Hello everyone, this is AB Creative. I hope you're all good. Now in today's video we are going to be using quite a range of pouring techniques. Straw blow, chain pull, balloon kisses to paint a beautiful hummingbird. We are also going to learn how to overcome some mistakes too. So I did some research, I was looking at some beautiful pictures. This is an awesome one. So I quite like this shape, the bird going this way and the wings like this. But I really like the tail on this one. So I think that's what we'll be doing today. Now we've got 30 by 30 canvas, which I'm going to cover with predominantly white, but maybe just some gentle indication of color to make it more interesting. I'm going to use Pouring Acrylics by Arteza. And here are the colors we are going to use today. So we've got neon blue, neon pink, neon green, phthalo blue, lavender, neon purple. We also have premium acrylics by Arteza, pearl amaranth red, and rose. And I'm also going to use brilliant yellow green by Liquitex. Predominantly white, just a drop of blue. I don't want it to be too colorful because I don't want the colors to take away from the bird. But still, I just didn't want it completely white. As you can see, I don't put too much paint, just enough to cover the canvas. Drop of this lovely green. Just thinking maybe I'll add a bit more green. Trying to blend the colors in so I don't see any borders. To make it easier, I've decided to draw an outline of the hummingbird so that I know where to position my paints. I am using a pencil, however, not as a normal way of, drawing with a pencil. I just wanted some kind of sharpish end. So I'm dipping my pencil in a light blue paint so that I can sort of very quickly sketch the bird. I could use a brush, I suppose, but pencil will do. So I'm trying to think, where do I want to position my bird and how big the bird is going to be? Also, what's the angle? I just want to see a really, really sort of faint outline. Now the wings. So there'll be one wing at the back, sort of peeping through. As long as I just see the faint line, that's fine. You see how rough this is, like really rough, because I'm going to layer my colors in a minute. As long as I'm happy with it, with this position. Okay, the beak is going to be here, and perhaps it's going to maybe even reach to a flower. Okay, so I think I'm ready for the colors now. I'll do the wings with this light purple at the edge. Doesn't have to be dots, you can make a line. And perhaps a bit of this darker blue. Maybe this blue, neon blue. But I think I also want a bit of pink at some point. I'm not sure which part, maybe give him a bit of a pink tummy. I'm going to use my chain in a minute for the wings, but I'm not so sure if I'm going to use a chain for the rest of the bird. I strongly recommend using a container with water. So once you do your move, you drop the chain in water so it doesn't get clogged. It's quite difficult to clean it afterwards if it becomes really dry. Okay, so first wing, the hidden wing. Pipette is very useful. If you have too much paint, you can always use a pipette and get rid of it easily. So I'm positioning the chain this way actually. So I was wondering for a really long time who invented the chain technique. I mean, I saw my first chain butterfly on designer Gemma77's website, and one of my lovely subscribers actually wrote a message to me that she used to do it with the kids at school 40 years ago. So, well, the technique is really well known, but now it works really, really well with pouring acrylics, doesn't it? If you put your chain at the outside of the colors, then you have more like a wispy look, not straight lines. Oh, I like this. Now I'm thinking maybe I should do this one again. I might actually redo the wings to make them more, to add some other colors, because they're also very, very blue now, aren't they? I'm not sure I'm happy with this now. Oh well, it's just all experimenting, isn't it? So let's just add a few more colors. Maybe this pink. How about this pink? Okay, and a bit of the lighter blue maybe. I think I'm quite happy now with the colors, finally. Very crazy, aren't they? Let's just use a pipette to get rid of the excess of paint. Okay, let's leave this part and work on the tail. I do have to use some of this bright pink because we've got it in the wings, so just a little bit, but perhaps not too much. Just like that. I'm going to have some of this dark blues and a bit of light blue. Introduce a bit of teal to the tail. Maybe I'll spread the paint on the edges here. So that's where I'll position the chain. Ready. Now I can go a bit out because I want this tail to be more wispy. Ooh, that gave us some nice colors. Chain into water, and let's see. Okay, I'm very happy with the tail. That's really nice, and I love these colors. That green was a good idea, wasn't it? For the body, I am not going to use chain now. I am just going to drag the paints till I'm happy with the tummy. So this section is going to be filled with green. So let's remove some of the purple. As usual, I'm just touching my paint. You can wear gloves, I strongly recommend. Especially if your nails are beautiful. My nails are just hopeless. Whenever I do some manicure, it doesn't last longer than a day with me. So now a bit of the green. And I did say we're going to use the vibrant green as well, with perhaps a bit of teal, just to match the tail nicely. Nice and green. It's going to be a very happy, colourful birdie. Ooh, drop of this crazy colour. Look at this. That's not an eye. This is just this part. Pencil seems to be a very useful tool today. Also remember, this is just a fantasy hummingbird. It's not the real thing. I'm not even attempting to make it absolutely perfect. Just enjoying myself, enjoying the paint and having fun. Painting should always be fun. When you start struggling, just have a break, relax, put some music on. Let me use the pencil again, and then just try to make a longish beak going. Somewhere here, something like this. What do you think? Might go over with a darker color in a second, but at the moment, then we've got a fat hummingbird. That's okay. Now I'm thinking I probably am going to actually add some flowers just to create some interest. How about balloon kisses and balloon dips? Really experimenting now because I'm not sure what's going to happen. This may not work really well, but I want just a couple of flowers here and maybe one or two here. I'm adding a bit of white because my paint, the background is getting pretty dry. I've got a very old balloon. Would you believe that this balloon is actually as old as my channel? This is fine because I did want some green here. Might add a bit more white. And I'll think what to do with these. Because at the moment I am not happy. Because you can fix almost everything. Now let's remove these. And maybe make like one blown up flower. How about that? To be honest, I might want some colors in the background, just like this. Because if I do one flower on the top, there'll be just some hint of vegetation in the background. So imagine that there's some sort of a shrub towards this direction. and the hummingbird is approaching it and just getting ready to have some nice breakfast. Sorry, I'm just carried away, getting carried away now. I'm spreading the paint because I do want more paint here now, and I'll add even more green. Just green. Got some interesting patterns. Maybe even a bit more blue. How about that? Just some blue. Okay, and my flower, there'll be one flower here. Now I have to really think which color do I want. I want the corner to be darker and the edges to be much lighter. So you see, sometimes you just start working and it kind of goes in a direction you don't expect really, but it's all fun. I'm just removing some of the paints so I can layer the petals here. This is amaranth red, metallic color. So I'm just giving him one little flower. Drop of purple and drop of the crazy pink. And let's start blowing. Let's just add a bit more of the same colors, because I kind of spread it over the green and you can kind of see that the petals are becoming translucent, which actually looks pretty nice. Okay, what else did we have? We had a bit of pink. I think I need to order my pouring acrylics. I'm running out. That gave me some more definition of the petals. I might leave it to dry and then come back and add the eye. So this is the following day. The painting is completely dry. The pouring acrylics, they dry super fast. The eye is missing, so that's what I'm going to add now. But at the moment, just see, even the thick flower is dry. For the eye, I'm just going to dip the end of my brush in a black paint. This is my black pouring mix. And I'm making a dot where I think the eye should go. Somewhere here. Nice and round. I think that's perfect. I'm going to add a bit of a shadow around the beak here with black mixed with water. I'm now mixing a bit of this bright green. This is Liquitex Brilliantly Yellow Green with Pearl Cactus Green by Arteza. Maybe just a few little dots like shiny feathers here, because I think this part of the hummingbird is always the lightest and the most strikingly vibrant. That's probably it. I don't think we need any more. Just a little bit of shimmer. I'm doing the same thing now with a tiny bit of metallic lilac. It's Arteza paint as well. Just making some dots around his head and maybe even here on his tummy. Now I'm going to embellish the flower a bit more because I can see too much green through. Well, it looks like hibiscus, but maybe it's something else. I mainly used amaranth red and rose, so that's what I'm going over now with just a bit of amaranth red. The very last thing I'm going to add is a few golden drops in the middle of my flower, and I'll consider the painting done. They will look very light at the moment, but once the gold dries, it's going to look very different. That's it for today. Our birdie is completely dry. He doesn't look too good with this black eye, does he? So I am using one of my acrylic pens and I'm just going to give him a little spark. Just like this. I think that's much better. I wonder what you think. Do you like the bird? I know some of you may think, oh, it doesn't look actually like a real hummingbird. But remember, we are doing pouring acrylics, and yes, occasionally I do paint birds using different techniques. I might even show you one. I actually found a couple. So look, I even have a hummingbird that I made using watercolors. This is actually one of my favorites, this one. As you can see, I also quickly painted the edges with the matching color. This is the varnish I'm going to use today, Liquitex High Gloss. And I'm also going to use this flat brush. Just going to cover, make one line here and then halfway through to make sure all the bits are covered. I like seeing it against the light so I can actually see if I manage to cover it evenly. This is the second layer of varnish. I'm just using a plastic sheet to spread the varnish evenly. I think it's more effective than just brush. Oh, now we'll leave it to dry. And now let's take a look at the finished piece. And there you go. I'm really curious, what do you think of my hummingbird? Please let me know in the comments below. Well, we used a couple of fun techniques today, chain pull, straw blow, balloon kisses, and we made some mistakes, but that's all part of the creative process. I hope you enjoyed, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. And join me every Saturday when I premiere my new video and chat with my subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!